Good morning to all of the governors. Please take your seat. Good morning to all our LGU executives, the governors, the mayors who are here today para ma-turn over ang ating mga patient transport vehicle sa iba't ibang mga LGU. At Gov. Angel, sorry na lang sa schedule dahil ang nagdidikta sa schedule ko ngayon, lindol at saka bagyo. Kaya hindi ko malaman, baka may darating na bagyo, baka may kailangan puntahan. Kaya pag anong-ganon yung schedule natin. But never mind, at least at some point nabuo na natin ito. Ito ang aming patuloy na programa na ang instruction ko sa PCSO mula pa from the very beginning na kailangan na yung pangalan ninyo, balikan ninyo, Philippine Charity Sweepstake. Ang Philippine Charity Sweepstake, ibig sabihin, yung kinikita sa sweepstake ay ginagamit para sa iba't ibang mga ganitong klaseng programa. At kaya tinutuloy-tuloy namin. And so far, we have been able to provide already 76% of the LGUs in the country with at least one patient transport vehicle. And sabi ni GML, he promises me that he will be finished with the entire Philippines by the end of this year. Today, we are releasing 71 of these patient transport vehicles, 12 for Agusan del Norte, together with Butuan, 20 for Surigao, 19 for Surigao del Sur. Dinagat Islands have 7 and 8 for Davao de Oro and 4 Davao Oriental and 1 in Misamis Occidental. And some of the meron tayong mga LGU rito na sa ngayon ay first timer. Ika nga ngayon lang nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng vehicle, kaya't mabuti naman. At iyon po ang inuna namin, yung mga walang-wala kahit na kailan hindi pa nagkaroon. Alam naman natin kailangan na kailangan ito eh. At we have chosen the design nitong patient transport vehicle na maging appropriate sa conditions dito sa Pilipinas. Dahil kung minsan, pinagbibigyan at meron nagdo-donate, yung mga gandang ambulansya na kumpletong-kumpleto, pero pagka nasira, hindi na natin maayos, walang pyesa, pati yung mga maliliit natin na daan hindi makapasok, all of these problems. So sabi namin, hanap tayo ng modelo na madaling i-maintain, kayang i-maintain, at may pyesa at hindi mahirapan ng mga LGU para kung sakali sa maintenance, regular maintenance lang, ay makikita natin ay maging maayos ang patakbo. But beyond that, we have also made sure that each of the vehicles have already within them the basic necessities, the basic equipment. Meron tayong stretcher, oxygen tank, wheelchair, first aid kit, blood pressure monitor, may mga gamot, iba pang kagamitan na kailangan pagka-emergency. So this is something that we are very, very confident will make a big difference in our healthcare system. Dahil ang dahilan kung bakit binigyan ko ng malaking focus ang healthcare sa Pilipinas ay dahil hindi ko makalimutan ang mga sinasabi ng aking mga ninuno. Ayusin mo ang healthcare system dahil kahit gaano ka kayaman, kahit gaano ka kasikat, kapag ikaw ay may sakit at hindi magandang pakiramdam mo, hindi mo magagamit, hindi mo mararamdaman yung yaman mo, yung sikat mo, kung pagka dahil inaalala mo yung kalagayan mo. And so that is why at the very basic, this if you do not have a healthy population, you cannot have a happy population. And that is what we need to do. We have to bring the healthcare down to the people. And that is why we change the system na hindi na ang LGU ang magdadala nitong mga sasakyan na ito ay kung hindi ang PCSO na. That's why they nag-rent kayo ng Roro. Nagkumuha sila ng Roro para madala itong lahat na ito dahil hindi lamang itong 71, yun ang nakikita natin dito. Meron pa sa Kidapawan, 100 pa, 158 na ipapamigay sa Kidapawan. So sinakay lahat ito para dito. Kaya malapit na tayong dito sa, well, I think ang inuna natin, one of the priorities that we did was here, down south. Dahil ito yung area na talagang matagal nang hindi maservisan na mabuti. Kaya doon tinitignan namin saan yung mga kulang na kulang. We saw immediately that here in the region that is one of the areas where hindi na servisan ng mabuti when it comes to these vehicles. Kaya we are making sure na malapit na. Ilan na tayo, Mel? Ilan na tayo sa Mindanao in terms of percentage?
Sir, mga leaving 70 the national.
We already. All right. So the 158 operation transport vehicles will be going to Region 11, 12 at BARM. These are the other areas na nakita namin na kulang ang serbisyo na ibinibigay at ang pagpadala nitong mga ganitong klaseng mga vehicles para makatulong naman sa kanila. Sa dami ng mga sakuna na nangyayari, Bagyo, Lindol pa. Si Gov. Johnny and I were discussing the damage that was caused by the last earthquake. We have the unfortunate estimate from Secretary Sani na because of the last earthquake, Davao and its environs, lahat-lahat nasira na school room is about 650 na school room na kailangan natin ayusin ulit. Mabuti nandito mga LGU. Meron tayong bagong scheme para pabilisin natin ang pagpagawa ng mga school room. Ito ibang programa na naman ito. Dahil pagkadinaan ang sistema ngayon is that I'm sure kayo dumaan kayo sa Congress nakikita ninyo ito. The system now is that may budget ang DepEd para sa classrooms. Pagpatayo ng classroom, pag-rehabilitate ng classroom. Okay. Ngayon, binago natin, sinabi natin, ang rehabilitation and repair, iiwan na natin sa LGU. So, I think that's okay. But, yung budget ng DepEd, hindi binababayan sa DPWH. Kaya yung mga clearance, yung mga permitting sa DPWH ginagawa, masyadong matagal. Napakatagal. Kaya para pabilisin natin, we are changing the system. From now on, lahat ng LGU na may kapasidad, na may kaya, ida-download namin ang pondo sa LGU na. Kayo na ang magpatayo ng inyong eskwelahan. At saka, nakakasiguro ako kasi ako malakas ang loob ko sa mga LGU executives dahil hindi sila pwedeng mag-ghost project. Sisitahin kayong lahat. Di kayo pwedeng gawin substandard. At pagka ginawa ninyo yun, araw-araw minumura kayo ng mga constituent ninyo kung di tama ang trabaho ninyo. Kaya't malakas ang loob ko. Sabi ko, hindi, bakit natin aantayin? Bakit pa natin inaantay ang LGU? Basta may kaya. Meron siyempre mga 5th, 6th, kung walang gamit, 4th, 5th, 6th class municipalities, for example, may walang gamit. So yun, kailangan talaga ng assistance. Pero karamihan naman ng LGU ay may kaya na gawing by administration. Makakamura pa. We all know the experience in LGU is that Pagka by administration, ang local executive ang gumawa, ang LGU ang gumawa, it is cheaper than if you go to national. The reason is kasi yung bureaucracy natin, ang gulo-gulo, ang tagal-tagal. Kaya yun ang ating bagong scheme. And that is what we are going to do para pabilisin ang pagpatayo ng classroom, ang pag-rehabilitate ng classroom. At alam naman natin, meron naman yung standard design. Hindi naman kailangan imbentuhin ulit o design uli yan. May standard design yan, may standard costing. Bahala na ang ating mga LGU. And I'm hoping that this will accelerate the construction of school buildings dahil malayo pa tayo doon sa pangangailangan. Tapos darating pa yung lindol. Ito pa, nasisira pa yung mga classroom natin. And so this is I guess nangyari kasi ito kasi lumaki ako sa LGU kaya talagang matagal ko nang sinasabi yan sa congressman pa ako, senator pa ako, sinasabi ko na hindi nyo kinakausap ang mga LGU. Maraming kakayahan ng LGU. May kailangan tulungan, talagang kailangan tulungan. Pero pagka you consult with the LGUs, ang sasabi, pagka kinausap namin yung mga mayor at saka governor, puro reklamo lang ang naririnig namin. Sabi ko, kasi tinitigil nyo yung usapan doon. Pagkatapos nila magreklamo, magsasabi din sila kung ano yung dapat maging solusyon. Kaya't makinig kayo na mabuti. And that's what we are doing now. And this is a closer coordination between the national government and the LGUs. This is part of that new principle, that new concept that we are adopting, and then the new scheme that we have to accelerate the building of schoolrooms, school buildings in and around the Philippines, so that we will achieve at least partways ang naging kulang sa ating mga schoolroom, sa ating mga school building. At continuing support. Mamaya nga pupuntahan kami, meron kaming nagbibigay na kami ng Starlink, nagbibigay na kami ng computer, nagbibigay na kami ng whiteboard. Lahat ito para sa mga eskwelahan. Dahil isa pa yon, I have promised myself that the remainder of my term, we will concentrate. We'll concentrate on very many things. But the first and top priority is going to be in education. Because hindi tayo makapag-compete sa ating mga karatig bansa. Hindi na bale sa buong mundo, pero kahit na yung ating mga Asian countries, hindi tayo makapag-compete kung hindi maayos ang training ng ating mga kabataan. Maraming kasama yan, pagka-education, pati feeding, kasama na rin dyan. That's why we have gone all the way. Meron tayong programa ngayon na the first 1,000 days of a child's life. It's from conception. The 1,000 days is counted from conception. So, from then on, meron tayong support para sa ating mga parents at saka mga kabataan, so that they get the proper nutrition, dahil alam natin that is the time, the 1 year old to 6 years old is when the brain is forming. Kaya't kailangan na they have proper nutrition, they are proper training, and pagkadating sa eskwelahan naman, pag kulang ang pagkain, meron tayong feeding program. So we have to continue to take care of our children para naman they are healthy. Kasi ang pinakamalaking dahilan kung bakit hindi makapasok, hindi makapag-aral yung mga bata, may sakit. One of them is masakit ang ngipin. So nagbibigay tayong toothbrush, nagbibigay tayo. Kasama na rin yan. You wouldn't think it would be part of education, but it is. And so that's what we are trying to do. And once again, we are going to have to depend on our LGU executives. Nasa sa inyo pa rin. Dahil kayo ang nandyan, you are the ones on the ground. And it works both ways. Hindi lamang kung ano yung utos galing sa national government, ay dapat kung meron pa kayong kailangan, meron pa kayong hinain, meron pa kayong hindi natapos na kailangan pang tignan ulit, ay sabihan nyo kami para alam namin yung gagawin din namin. That's why we have strengthened the system of the regional development councils. Dati, ang talagang concept ng Regional Development Council, meron tayong Provincial Development Council, meron tayong Regional Development Council. Pataas ng pataas yan. Tapos yung RDCs, all the RDCs, magbibigay ng proposal sa yung tinatawag na NEDA noon, which is now DepDev. So, yun ang magiging basihan ng plano para kung ano yung gagawin, ano yung mga priority projects na gagawin ng national government together with the LGUs. And so we are strengthening that system so that the LGUs have a louder voice, a stronger voice, and that is what in the national government, that is what we need. Because I'm sure all of you, pare-pareho ang ating pag-iisip. Noong gobernador pa ako ng Ilocos Norte, basta sinasabi ko, kailangan ako ang pinaka-eksperto dito sa Ilocos Norte. Kailangan alam ko lahat ang nangyayari dito, alam ko lahat ang problema. Walang makakapagsabi sa akin nang hindi ko alam tungkol sa sarili kong probinsya. That's still the same. All the LGUs, the mayors know their towns, they know their municipalities better than anybody. The governors know their provinces better than anybody. And so, you are the experts. That's why we go back to you. Kaya yan po ang patuloy nating programa and to bring government down. And we do this with a whole of government approach, i.e., lahat-lahat ng departamento, basta't makatulong kung anong man programa yun, ay nagsasama, nagko-convergence sila. They have a convergence meeting, who will do what, and may tasking, para kompleto. At hindi yung may kaunti dito, may kaunti riyan. Kung may programa, kompleto. And that is the continuing idea that we have adopted now in the national government, and I hope that this will, as I said, give the LGUs a stronger voice, and to make programs such as this, the giving of the transport vehicles, programs such as this, successful. We cannot do this without you. Hindi namin magagawa itong ganitong transport. Hindi namin magagawa yung school room kung hindi sa LGU. Kaya mabibigyan kayo ng mas maraming trabaho, but at the same time, you are now capable of doing more. And that is what we mean by everybody working together, everybody helping each other, working in the same direction, trying to achieve a common plan. At pagka nagawa natin yan, ayun, masasabi natin, eto na, bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat. Magandang magasin.
Mr. President, at this point, may we request the President to kindly grant us a group photo downstage. Likewise, may we invite all of our guests to gather at the center. Ready? At the count of 3. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. President, for granting us a photo opportunity. And that concludes our program. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing the distribution of the PCSO patient transport vehicles in Butuan City. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. We would like to request everyone to please remain in your respective places until the President has left the venue. President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
pangangailangan. Tayo na magtulong-tulong, napaunlarin ang mahal natin.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Pag-asenso, magsikap ng mabuti at nang guminhawa tayo. Ipagong malaki natin sa mundo at ipamalas ang bagong Pilipino at bagong Pilipinas.
We may now be seated. Good morning. We are gathered here today for the distribution of the 71 PCSO patient transport vehicles in Butuan City. And to formally begin our program, may we call on Butuan City Mayor Lawrence Lemuel H. Fortun to give his welcome remarks.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Our dear President of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, the different local chief executives here present, at the whole team of the administration of our dear President, and to each and everyone, madyaw nga hinaat. That's how we say good morning in Butuanon. Hindi ko na po hahabain ito. I know that what you want to hear this morning is our very own President. But let me take advantage of this opportunity to extend, on behalf of the city government of Butuan and perhaps the rest of the LGU recipients this morning, our deepest gratitude to our President, Bongbong Marcos, for seeing to it that our local communities receive enough help to enhance our healthcare capabilities. Very timely ang pagdating ng PTVs na to, especially recently that we have been experiencing earthquakes every now and then, and disasters are becoming frequent. And facilities and like this have become not only important but already indispensable. And this is reflective of the vision of the administration of President Marcos of ensuring that our local communities have that capability to immediately respond to emergency situations. And the beauty is, naalala ko noon, pag may mga PTVs or ambulances na binibigay sa mga LGUs, tayo pa yung nagpa-facilitate ng pagkuha sa kanila mula sa Manila. We have to spend for the transportation of the PTVs dito sa ating mga LGUs. But this is, I think, the first time that the PTVs are brought to us. Dinala na diretso mismo at pinamumudmod, tanggap na kaagad natin. And it's also important that not only one, but all of the LGUs in the region are receiving this PTV because we're able to complement each other. Ibig sabihin, pag may mga emergency situations na nangyayari, hindi na tayo nag-aantayan because each one of us has this, so we complement each other. Wherever the emergencies happen, we're able to respond immediately because we are able to complement. So on that note, hindi ko na pahabain, maraming salamat po, Mr. President, and maraming salamat sa PCSO for this initiative. And to all of us, salamat, and since it's a welcome remarks, welcome to the city of Butuan, the home of the Balangays. Madyaw nga hinaat.
Thank you, Mayor Fortun. May we call on Agusan del Norte Governor Maria Angelica Rosedel M. Amante to deliver her message.
To His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., and to everyone who are here, a pleasant morning to all of us. Mr. President, thank you for this gift. the donation of all these patient transport vehicles do not only bridge distances, this would actually become the bridge between a medical emergency and a medical response. This would be a bridge between desperation and hope. We are very fortunate here in Caraga that you are personally here to give this to us. We thought, Mr. President, na hindi ito matutuloy because paiba-iba ho sabi na hindi until yesterday, mga 5 p.m., doon lang po na-confirm, Mr. President, na talagang darating po kayo. But of course, we understand that you really have a very busy schedule. To all the recipients of these PTVs and to the health team, may we use this responsibly with integrity and compassion. Alam niyo, Mr. President, napaka-swerte ho talaga ho namin. Especially for provinces na hindi naman ho ganun kayaman and marami ho talagang responsibilidad. Kasi menos na ho to sa amin. So we will be able, alam mo, there's a saying na, in Bisaya po ba, ang trabaho, basta gikan sa kasing-kasing, dili gyud na kapoy. Ang work po, if it really truly comes from the heart never tires. So, ang akin lang po, let us all stand together. Let us be one, because we only have one country. Let us be united and make sure that we are able really to serve our countrymen with our heart. This is really for the Philippines that we dream of. This is for Bagong Pilipinas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor Amante. And now, may we call on PCSO General Manager Melquiades A. Robles to deliver his message.
Good morning, Mr. President, fellow government officials. Kami po ay natutuwa at narito tayo at sinamahan po tayo ng ating Pangulo at sinabi nga po ni Mayor na dito po dinala namin, nag-charter po kami ng barko para isakay po lahat ng PTVs dito. Kung dati po may equity pa, kung yung iba sa inyo naaalala, humihingi po ng counterpart ang PCSO. Ngayon po, hindi lamang po winave na yan, door to door po, dinadala sa inyo at ang nag-deliver pa ang Pangulo to hand it over sa inyo. Sapagkat ganito po, this is how the President values healthcare. Meron na po tayong zero balance, may yakap, and then this. Ito lang po ang administrasyon sa tingin ko, as far as my memory remembers, ito lang po ang talagang napakabigat ng focus ng Pangulo sa healthcare. Kaya tama po yung sinabi ni Governor, nagtutulungan po ang mga munisipyo. Pag ito hindi available, yung nearest munisipyo po, natatawagan po. Ganyan din po sa ibang lugar na nakukuha namin. Dahil democratized po, kumbaga. So nagtutulungan po. And I hope, ituloy po natin yung spirit of bayanihan na yan. Malapit na po, Mr. President, makuha natin yung 100%. No, by this year, we're hopeful. Lahat po mabibigyan. At sabi ko nga, hopefully, may second pa po. We will strive, we will dream of giving to each municipalities. Thank you very much. Mabuhay po kayo.
Thank you, General Manager Robles. At this point, we shall now proceed with the ceremonial distribution of PTV keys to the various cities and municipalities of the provinces of Agusan del Norte, Surigao del Norte, Surigao del Sur, Province of Dinagat Islands, Davao de Oro, Davao Oriental, Butuan City, and Bonifacio, Misamis Occidental. May we request the President to proceed to the front and kindly lead the distribution. Likewise, may we also invite PCSO General Manager Mel Robles to please assist the President. First, may we call on Governor Maria Angelica Rosedel M. Amante and Congressman Dale B. Corvera together with the mayors of Agusan del Norte to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Next, may we call on the mayors of Surigao del Norte to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Next, may we call on Governor Johnny T. Pimentel and Congressman Alexander T. Pimentel, together with the mayors of Surigao del Sur, to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Next, may we call on the mayors of the province of Dinagat Islands to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Next, may we call on the mayors of Davao de Oro to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Next, may we call on the mayors of Davao Oriental to receive the PTV key. Thank you. May we now call on Mayor Ricky R. Bulahan of Bonifacio, Misamis Occidental to receive the PTV key. Thank you. And lastly, may we call on Mayor Lawrence Lemuel H. Fortun Congressman Jose S. Aquino II and Vice Mayor Raby Desiata of Butuan City to receive the PTV key. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations to all the recipients of the 71 patient transport vehicles. And now to give us his message, may we call on the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.